Hello and welcome to Drakenmemoria. It is Wednesday, so this means live Dungeons and Dragons. Don't worry, Audience and Fisher will be there. Audience is stuck in the bathroom, so he should only be a few minutes. Fisher is, well, stuck saving lives, so he'll be a little bit later, but...
See, you could have made a joke right there that Fisher locked Audience in the bathroom.
You know, I understand where you're going with this, but... Alright. Wow. I'm really out of it. I completely forgot to open quite a few things. Because I'm pretty sure you're going to want to Ognak with you today, so... Alright. Well... Let's start with the usual publicity. If you like the thunderstorm in the background, it's Ambient Mixer. If you like the world map, it's Wonderdraft. If you like the dungeon map, it's Dungeon Alchemist. And if you like the town map, it's Canvas of Kings. And it was the first time that I did a town last time. Took me a whole lot longer than I anticipated. But we did it. So, what happened last episode? Well, alright. The party made a small detour, barely a few miles west of their destination.
They're just a few lines away.
Yeah, now I want to make it canon. That's how people measure distance in this world, you know? You have to wonder, how long is a line in this world? Damn it. A few miles west of their destination to close the chapter on the followers of a problematic religion. Aren't they all right now? Waiting for our heroes were priests, paladins, and dragons. The perfect trap had been set for them as well. However, this time our adventurer did not trigger the trap. There is a first for everything. Baiting, goading, open provocation. Aha!
Oh, Zach's also gone.
Don't worry, he just stepped it.
Oh, his camera. Oh,
I literally just stepped to the right.
Let's adjust the cameras so we can have... Here we go. Oh, house sitting again.
yes. It is basically my job now until I go to school.
It's not a bad job.
No, it's not a bad job. I'm not like, but I just, yeah, that's basically what I'm doing to make money in my...
Well, you know, as long as it's enough money for you to live on, it's good money and it's enough.
Yeah.
So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, baiting, goading, open provocation, nothing had an effect. They stayed focused on their goal and were able to avoid the gauntlet of horror, leading them directly to the mastermind behind this horror show. In the end, they were able to confront the beast hidden beneath the false belief and were victorious. Sam, how does audience feel about this victory over his old religion, having shattered the belief of hundreds of people, some of them falling in complete despair after seeing what happened?
I think he feels good that his village is still to be honest.
It's a good thing you kept on elaborating.
His next mission, going to Disney World.
Yeah. I think audience is taking it as a win, since it literally the Dark Dragon demigod was there, that his village still exists. And
Yeah.
actually, there were no casualties, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, except for a building, but, you know.
That was kind of the temple to the false god anyway. That's fine.
So we don't really care about that one.
Yeah. Things like this can be rebuilt. No problem. Oh.
Now the real question is if they forsake that religion, and so my temple goes away in Othanel, do we get our money back? No, I'm kidding. No.
Oh no. It would be my educated guess, and for that I'm stepping away from the dungeon master seat.
Yeah.
That it will have repercussion where you are right now, but it will take time for the news to spread,
Oh yes.
and so you might still be hunted in Estrin.
That's okay. One day, audience will get his statue back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And it will be twice as big.
Twice as big. Twice as many gems. Twice as many.
No, I think the best explanation for this was in Resident Alien when the sheriff of the town says that he's gonna have a statue made of himself who's gonna be 10% bigger than he is. Why 10%? Because if he just makes it too big, then everyone thinks he's compensating for something. But if it's almost exactly just a little bit bigger, then everyone tends to believe, oh, he really was that big. Wow. Okay. So
And honestly, I think the biggest misstep was that the statue wasn't made of brass. Excuse me, bronze.
no, brass is okay. Because now we would have been able to say that he had balls of brass. But you know, it'll cost less if it's made of stone, and then I was gonna say
That
painted
just means
brass.
people think he was built like a rock.
All right, so you managed to free, being a very large word for what happened, your village. And Remy doesn't remember because he's been, he was a little out of it. He really got scared during the fight, and that's what made it so that he was a bit working on autopilot after that. But he doesn't remember. But he conjured the your phantasmal horses, and you went straight for Garnetville after that. Don't worry. Remy has done this enough time that even in sleepwalking, he ritual casts. So, you arrived.
And sleep casting.
Yeah, sleep
As
ritual
opposed to casting sleep.
So this is what happened to your incense that disappeared in your inventory. Okay. So you finally arrive in front of Kohornathil. Remy, we don't need the thunderstorm in the background.
No, that's when you just say it was a dark and stormy night.
No, it was a windy and snowy night.
Doesn't sound as dramatic.
No, that's because you've never been in a real blizzard. So, for you, Remy, it's a new experience. You've heard about this city, but you've never actually been there. It is imposing. When you arrive in the entrance, everything feels way too large. Of course, it was made for dragonborns and dragons. It is very representative of the dragonborn. It is large, well decorated, bold in their choice of architecture, colors. In other words, it's ostentatious. Looking at this for the first time in your life, you put an image to the word. That.
Now this is compensating for something.
Actually, that's pretty modest for dragons. The city is so big, so large, so wide that you can't see it all without turning your head. And the closer you get, the worse it gets. Even with the snow on top of it, it manages to keep its beauty. And it shows that a lot of dragons built this thinking of those changing seasons. You can kind of recognize the touch that a silver dragon would have in making sure that during winter, because they usually live on high peaks where there's snow year round, it would still look as good as in the middle of summer, where most likely dragon or bronze dragon, gold or bronze dragon would probably be those who would have chosen the architecture. But it is full of life, a lot of people. You've never seen a city this big before. Cities like Otonel are probably the biggest cities you've ever seen, but you're watching this and it feels like Otonel could probably fit twice, if not 3 times, in what you're seeing right now. And on top of that, you know that there is a network of portals connecting to the second half of the city that is located on the southern hemisphere. So this is huge. 100, if not 200,000 people probably living in this city. One of the largest you'll ever find. And it is one of the 3 magical centers of the world. And it is the one that is the most accessible to everyone. It kind of fits. It was a weird path through history that made it this visited, but it also fits. Dragonborn, they're not discreet. And what's the point of being seen if no one sees you? So everyone eventually was welcome. Even more so when the second half of the city was connected, because on the southern hemisphere, there isn't a continent, or rather an island chain with only Dragonborn. It's an island chain with a good mix of everything, which just help fuel even more. And there's an extremely wide variety of cultures because southern and northern hemisphere connected directly. You see bards, you see warriors, paladins, cleric, priests. Sorry, cleric and priest is the same thing. Wizards, sorcerers. Some of them are running toward a tower or a building. Others are just going along their business. And citizen. Well, you know, Remy, you do kind of have an affinity for the dragonborn appearance. You are well served in here. You have every single kind of dragonborn. Tall, short, muscular, lean, red, gold, black, silver, some that you're not exactly sure. There seems to be a lot more who have a heritage that it's difficult to really get a good feel for. For example, that fellow over there has sort of a rust color, which becomes obvious when you look at it. Oh, it's a mix between red and gold. So which is the dominant one? Kind of hard to tell since both have fire breath weapon. Oh well. It is a lively, warm, welcoming city. And since you are still 2 days away from the end of the festivities, this city is still well in its festivities. There's still decoration from the end of the year. You sort of recognize that over there, probably partied a little bit too hard. That looks like a burnt building. But all in all, it's a city. The biggest, the busiest you've ever seen, but it's a city.
Then we find out that building was actually a brothel.
which is even more why it burned. You know, those red dragon made too hot to handle. Literally. Audience, for you, it's kind of normal. But even though you are amongst your kin, it still feels slightly alien. You've changed since the last time you've been here. Your beliefs have changed. Your outlook on the world has changed. And even though you can see dragons in the city, it no longer feels like you're walking in Olympus. It's still very impressive. And over there, you know that there's a gold dragon that we'll often visit. There's probably a silver dragon right now in the park over there. You know that at 8 o'clock every single night on the other side of the city there is a bronze dragon that lands. Now you know what they are, which feels a little bit different. but it put things in better perspective. And also, the way you're made physically changed. You're no longer this... Well, you still have almost 2 decades of mental conditioning to always be proactive. But the need isn't there anymore. But only for those who are tempered is it the same for them than it is for you. You're not the majority here. Any thought on what it means for audience to be here?
I think that this place for him has always kind of been a little bit mystical in the ways of that he really rarely came here. He mostly spent his time in his village, and then when he left, this place was still even so grandiose to him. And now coming back, it's definitely this weird sense of I've seen cities like this. I've seen cities perhaps even greater than this. You know, this is all just more kind of normalized for me now.
Bahanor is said to be one of the largest city to have ever existed. So, yeah. Bahanor might actually be of similar size, although it is lost in time. But also strangely, as you think about this, you are visiting Kohornathil so that you can visit Bahanor. Funny how the life takes you in those places and how it makes you go into those places. Well, you're here, and you know that somewhere in the city there's a bard waiting for you. Do you remember where?
No, not really.
Well, I believe you did leave him something so that he could
We left him an
you.
orb, yes, so we can always contact him.
Alright. So, let me see. This and this.
Hey, I'm so drunk right now.
Think you could come pick me up? You know, it's
Oh yeah, sure, I'll tell you a tale. Once upon a time, a bunch of people died. The end. Falls to the ground.
Well, you know. Alright. I don't know. I hope this works. Okay. So, you contact him. And takes a moment or two. Always goes through Sira. And Sira connects you to him. After a minute, his face appears in the orb. Ah, audience. Always
Yes.
a pleasure to see you. I was
Pleasure to see you
starting
as
to
well.
wonder when you were going to come by.
It has definitely been a while, but we are ready to hear the last part of the story if you have it.
Well, as much as I could find. The last part is. It doesn't have a whole lot of information. It honestly reads more like a series of reports made before the catastrophe happened, and then followed by a few reports of people who had witnessed what came after. But, you know, several years later, because the aberration war needed to settle down a little bit before anyone could visit. Actually, if it wasn't for a dragon, I get the feeling that there wouldn't be very much fresh information after the fall. Thank the gods for dragons. Alright, well, it's really up to you. I'm inside of the library right now if you want to have the tale there, or if you, according to what you've told me, whenever I tell you this, the next time you sleep, you find yourself in the past. So, it's really up to you. We can do this in an inn or in the library.
An inn works for me.
Alright. Have a favorite one?
I don't think I really do in this city.
Alright, well then the only question is, how comfortable do you want your sleep to be? Pretty large city.
We can have a comfortable sleep.
Alright. Comfortable, but not excessively. Got it. Let's see. I think I know a place. Alright. Do you know where the warrior court is?
I'm sure I can find it.
Alright, well then. Let's meet there in, I don't know, how fast can you get there? Let's say 3/4 of an hour.
Okay.
There's a nice little place around the corner where the tavern brawls aren't too excessive for Dragonborn standard. Don't know about your friends. But they have comfortable bed. They don't charge excessively compared to some. And we'll be able to have a little private room if you just want to have this tale in private.
Works for me.
Alright. See you there. It's been a while since you've been in the city. There's... Even though you've seen cities of the same size, or at least cities that you can't see that they're smaller because, you know, there's sort of a weight class to those cities, and after a certain size, the only way to really feel the difference in size is from the sky. So you make your way there. I think We're no longer in the entrance of the city. We can go the storm outside. I was really hoping that Fisher would be there. Oh. Maybe I just got my wish granted. His dot became green on Discord. Alright, in that case, let's take for granted that he's going to be there in a few moments. So, you walk through those 3 streets for half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. Actually, make an investigation roll, or you can assist Remy while he's making an investigation roll to see how long you take. Not if you find it, but how long you take to find it. Audience will be the voice, and Remy will be the eyes and ears.
That comes out to be 30.
30, okay. Even though the city is unfamiliar to you, there's these elements of cities where you just look at this and says, yeah, that street probably curves a few, maybe 20, 30 feet away. We should go there. And you hear a commoner just looking at you and says, you have a death wish? But, you know, you've stared in the face of dragons, so yes. And you start moving. Hello. Alright. And let's remove Fisher's picture. And he is there. Audience, I think you need to open light where you are right now.
There really isn't light here. There's like no light. It's very weird.
Okay.
Real quick, can you go find a fluffy cat that you can hold just within like the light of the room that there is, and just start gently stroking it?
If possible, with blue eyes.
No particular reason, just...
And remember, put the microphone right next to the cat's throat so we can hear the... Are we going Inspector Gadget? Take a metal glove.
Yes, that was my. I mean, mind you, that's a very tried trope, but that's what I was originally thinking of.
Okay, it could have been James Bond also, or any type of villain, anyways.
And when Mr. Bigglesworth gets upset, people die.
So.
But that's just a parody of the James Bond one. But anyway.
That's okay. I was trying to figure out in Earthworm Jim, but it didn't come up in my mind. So, all right. As I was saying to everyone, Fisher, you are in Cornathil. You've contacted the bard, and you have made the rendezvous in front of a warrior's quarter. There's a nice inn there. Audience wants to have a comfortable night. Seeing as how you're going to hear that, and you know that a few hours later when you go to sleep, you're all going to find yourself in the past. It's been a while, Fisher, since you've been there. you were only there for a few years, but the city looks exactly as it was when you left it. It's big, it's large, it's ostentatious. It shows that Dragonborn and dragons made it. But it's beautiful. It's well made. And dragons love gems, so there's gems everywhere. Out of reach of the common people. But still, there are gems everywhere. So, thanks to Remy's sense of direction and ability to recognize pattern inside of the city, you get there even before the 45 minutes that you thought you would need. As you arrive, you see the Silvertongue Bard arriving at the same time. He's talking to a few commoners who are asking for when is his next performance. And I think I'm gonna put audience's picture because now we just completely lost you. Hold on. We know that you're there. It's just... No, and the camera don't want to adjust. All right, the camera adjusts.
I'll get you next time, Dark Dragon.
All right, so when he arrives, he sees your group. I feel like your group has gotten smaller. No fatality, I hope?
No,
Nope.
no fatality.
Unfortunately.
He looks at Remy. Interesting. Well then. Come on in, come on in. It's still early, but at least it's warm inside, and they have good ale. You go inside. It's probably like 1 or 2 p.m. when you enter. It's still very early. If there's something that you want to do, you can simply just tell him, I got something to go by, or we can just do a little time skip.
We can do a time skip.
I would just, in this time, I would just be trying to fix up the Shield Guardian as best I can.
The Shield Guardian has a regeneration of 10 hit points per round, per turn.
Oh, sick. Never mind. Cool.
He is fully repaired in 15 turn.
Yeah, it's a really good thing we didn't fight this thing.
That was one of the things that I did not expect. I'm completely honest with this. I did not expect you to not fight the Shield Guardian and then after that to give it to Terry. All right. So, time moves forward. You ask for something to eat, drink to pass the time. The bard asks you all a bit more information about your adventures. You do have a few hours, so Is there anything you want to share with him? Any adventures? Anything? He's always interested in adventures specifically because he's a bard. That's his job, telling tales. And he sort of specializes in Dragonborn and Dragon tales. And, you know, the leader of your group is a Dragonborn, so you all qualify. Is there any adventures that you want to share with him? You don't need to tell me the whole adventure, but, you know, is there a chapter that you'd like to in the entire campaign that you'd like to share with him?
I would tell him about the recent assault on the tower and killing of the wizard, and most importantly, ascension of Mom E.
Like, and don't worry, Fisher. Like, you get major image backup. Like, so he's getting the full experience, all the sights, sounds, smells of the events that unfurled.
All right, in that case, I will allow you to make an intelligence roll with proficiency because you're talking about what you did. If you want to make it get performance, so, you know, preparing the whole thing for him so that it's already special, but if you want to let him juggle with that and make it special in his own way.
That's his specialty.
All right. So intelligence with proficiency and advantage because Remy is drawing pictures.
Pretty good. We'll see if it's any better. Well, it was already a 16, but the advantage makes it a nat 20.
Damn.
30.
Although it is probably very dry, it is extremely accurate. And for him, absolutely and completely captivating. Such adventures, such incredible moments. There's everything. There's the attack, the twist. It's not a trap, but it's too well prepared. Then there's inside the desperation, having to hurry, the climax, and then suddenly the Dragonborn throwing himself head first into the problem and solving everything in a way that feels unsatisfying for most people except Dragonborn, who are just gonna look at this and say, "Ha ha! That's how you settle the problem of a wizard." Interesting, fascinating. And we end with the birth of a new god. I mean,
now, what if there were 2 towers?
and it ends with the return of a king, or the ascension of a king. So, he listens and is very much interested. Tells you at the very end, I'm going to have to be very careful about that. The birth of a new god, it's bound to attract attention. I mean, especially for priests, now they have a new deity to pray to. One that is specifically yours. Fisher, I don't know if you know this, but your name is going to be associated with one of the major events of your kins. It will be in every story I tell about this. People all over the world will know of Fisher, who helped those artificially made to have their own god. You'll be famous.
Yeah, it hasn't hit me yet, but I'm sure it will at some point. I can indulge in being famous after we hopefully save the world.
All right. And if we have time, I will probably add something in the epilogue for this. Oh. Damn. All right. Right now, it feels like you're going to have one heck of an epilogue. All right. Sorry, Remy, your chapter kind of got squashed up. I was planning to give a reunion for you and your guild, but if I do that, then there's no last fight. So,
I mean, there was honestly never time for it.
it was planned. So it would have happened. Normally, that's how you would have gotten the information that your old captor had the necessary equipment to create the bomb. It wasn't through Gamtesh. It was supposed to be through your guild. So. The bard pays you lunch, pays you dinner. Such a good tale. He's gonna be able to sleep in the most comfortable bed in any place in the world for the next few years with stories, with a story like this. People are just gonna eat it up, especially where there's more than a few artificially made. I guess we gotta name you somehow. You know? Your species is forged in hardship. And the constant battle to be something. Gotta think about something with those, forged, battle. I'll figure something out.
Battle made. Wait, no.
War for survival. Oh, that's a catchy one. You're gonna have to do something with this.
By war. Yeah, no, it's still too long. I'm sure you'll think of something. I'm not good with names.
War and Pride. No.
Audience already passed out in the corner.
Birth of an Island. No.
Right. So, time moves forward.
One Flew Over the Clockwork Nest. I can fill a whole library for you.
That's okay. The day moves forward. Your meal is paid. He gives a few extra gold to make sure that it's of high quality. As high as this inn can get it. So the moment arrives. As you're chewing on the last bits of food of that meal, had something ordered for you, Fisher. Something liquid. You feel like, because there's part of you that are a bit more like roots, feels like liquid would probably fit better for you. You get a special smoothie.
I immediately drank it too fast and get a brain freeze.
Oh no, he's rebooting. All right, we have to. You don't know why, but he opened his mouth and you heard da na na na. The bard starts telling you about what he found. He says, "Well, there is a reason why the last tale of this is not often told. The information is scarce. With the others, it felt like you were reading what someone wrote. His vision of how everything turned out. It sometimes even felt like it was someone there. If you were actually there, probably you saw this person. But it's clear now that he's not there. Hope he didn't die. You know he didn't. You were told. The city was dying. That part is obvious. The defenses broke down, and the aberrations pushed forward. The guards were slaughtered, and the outer defense were completely destroyed, making sure that it was impossible for those living in the city to secure the city once again. But what is clear is that the city did not stop fighting just because the defenses fell. This is why there is a third chapter. Usually in most places, once the aberration breaks the walls, then it becomes panic and everyone runs everywhere and tries to leave. But Bahanar kept on fighting. Kept on resisting, one district at a time. No one is sure why. There's a lot of speculation about why the aberration did not just destroy the city then. Kept on trying to convert everyone. Say that they might have been influenced by a corrupting entity of some sort, pushing them to try and convert the city at any price. Because of that, small resistance formed, and they fought back, tried to get people out of the city any way they could. From what I could gather, it wasn't going well. The aberrations were converting people faster than they could get it out. And the best estimate that I was able to find was that they might have been able to hope to smuggle out maybe 20% of the population. But they kept on going, kept on fighting. However, when the aberrations realized that the city would not simply give up, and they would have to fight nearly from home to home, all the way from one wall to the other wall, they decided to take a shortcut. they brought in an artifact of mass conversion. A large chalice. Some pretty large group of people bringing it. You get everything that is so bad about them. A little army of those toad that keeps spawning out of people that are infected. Depends on who you ask. Either Slutty or Slat-Eye. Depends. Not everyone's agrees with this. No, it's not a rerun. It's live. And I'm so sorry I didn't write you back. Roosevelta is the person that would like to join for the next season. So she said she's 18, so who knows? You might be me. This might be a new party member for next season. They brought in this army protecting the chalice or mind flayers. Then even closer, beholders. Some even talk about a mirror or a reflecting pool that was brought with them, through which you could see an aboleth. They tried to bring the chalice to the center of the city, to the castle, and they wanted to convert everyone in a single incantation. When the resistance heard about that, they thought that this was the perfect way to push them back for a while. Either stealing the artifact, or destroying it, or damaging it, or just killing the heads capable of using the artifact, making sure that they would need to recover it and then train more people. They weren't sure. This is where the reports become very fragmented. They mounted this assault. They asked the adventurers who had helped them to be there with them, attacking this caravan, I guess you could call it. The fight was brutal. People were disintegrated left and right because of the beholders. Best guess is the chalice might have been hit by a disintegration stare from a beholder. Anything below that would not even make a dent on an artifact. I don't know exactly what happened, but something went wrong. And it just blew up. There are scattered reports after this of the city no longer being there. Of a huge crater. Which now, thanks to you, I've heard, we know exactly where the crater is. And we can sort of confirm that it really was an explosion. So I guess part of that is true. I don't know why you accepted this, if it's really you going there. But I don't know. Doesn't sound like anyone survives.
Anything about a feather?
I mean, we might all die anyway.
And that's true. No, not specifically. Some weird reports, variant of the story telling that it was a exchange of service. The city gave the adventurers something, and in return, the adventurers helped the city try to get the chalice. So maybe that's your feather. Why are you looking for a feather exactly?
Somebody else wants it
Okay.
too, and they can't get it. So
why can't you take the feather off something else outside the city?
It's gotta be in a dream.
Well,
prophecy stuff.
That limits the possibilities. All right, well.
Yeah.
So, according to what you told me now, when you'll go to sleep tonight, you'll meet your doom. That's a cheerful thought.
Yep. Good times.
Hey, if you're really in the past and you think you're gonna die, mind trying to leave me a clue so that I know that it's actually you?
We tried that
There
before.
should be a
It didn't.
painting.
Yeah, we tried it before. It didn't work that well.
Well, that's because the entire
That's where this
city
hat
was
is
destroyed.
from, by the way.
Where what?
This hat,
Yeah.
in case you wanted to look into the style of the people.
I mean, I guess it's something, but I was thinking more of something that's easier to identify, But, I don't know. Maybe you're going to be too busy trying to make sure that you get to tomorrow. The story doesn't feel like it lasts for very long, so you might not be there for more than a few days.
Excuse me.
I didn't know you could burp.
I don't know what this thing is you gave me. I didn't know I could burp either.
Oh, goodness! The heavens have opened up! Audience, Sam, this looks so much like the light coming out of a holy place behind you. It is,
I found the only light in the room was just like a lamp halfway across the room, so I couldn't even see like my dice.
but it's spot on for you. The heavenly light shining behind the paladin. It's your new power. Wherever you go, you can't turn off the light. Uh, so, I had a player once who was tired of me always asking him, "Who are you?" because he was a paladin, but he was a low-level paladin. So he wasted a wish to say, I want to have something that I can take out, and they will stop asking me that stupid question. So I gave him self-regenerating underwear with the emblems of paladins. He spent half of the well, it wasn't a long campaign, but he spent half of the campaign tearing off his underwear to show the emblem. He was a fan of Homer Simpson. So, the story has been told. And if everything works the same way it always does, when you go to sleep tonight, you will find yourself in the past. Do you want to go to bed early, or do you want to have one last meal?
I mean, I'd probably eat dinner to the standard, but then, yeah, just go to bed.
All right. Same for Remy and Fisher?
Yep.
There's, I mean, really nothing to be done on this side. I think the last time was so long as Oranak wasn't summoned or was summoned.
Anyone participating must sleep.
So we should summon him first.
Yeah. I think last time we didn't have him.
Yeah, so we're going to summon him and tell him to try sleeping.
Well, Algonak is kind of weird because he is summoned from another plane. The question is, does he exist back then?
I think what we actually did last time is we had the jar of dirt, and then we summoned him in the first 10 minutes we got there. In our space.
No, what I was trying to remember is, like, because there was one of those trips we made where we didn't have him, and I don't remember it was because we did have him summoned or we didn't have him summoned.
That's because we didn't, I'm pretty sure. But then I think we were able to summon him, because I remember we summoned him like halfway through.
Oh, wait, no. It was because we did summon him, because the first time around we didn't have Oranak. It's
No,
like, and that's because he was like hanging out outside. It's like because we thought we were going to go someplace the next day.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
that's
was the
exactly
problem.
it. That's exactly it.
Okay, so the point was not to summon him. Yeah, because he was there for the second time because we didn't have him summoned. Because we were more ready, technically, that time. We weren't prepared for the fact that we were going to go into a dream world the first time around. We thought we were going to the next objective the next day in that village.
All right.
Okay, so everything's fine with Ornak.
All right. He's not summoned. All right. Do you make sure that Terry sleeps? Because he doesn't live on the same schedule as all of you.
Yep.
All right. So Terry will be there. It's a little bit weird. You're not used to going to sleep this early. But you eventually all fall asleep. And let's roll to see if you all sleep now. At the same time. No. Not going to be that mean. Come on. Just as expected. You all go to sleep. And you go to sleep pretty early. Sorry. And Eventually, you open your eyes. Everything is desolate around you. Buildings partially destroyed. The air feels thick. There's sort of this green mist everywhere. Well, you look up. No cloud, no tentacle. See, you're not inside. You're not in the future. You're in the past, hopefully. No, just
It'd be a little funny though if the two dreams like intersected and totally fucked with everything.
Oh, damn it. It's so weird. Just like the last time, it takes a little bit of time before you are functional. Bit disoriented. It's like your legs and arms are made of lead. Well, that's not new for you, Fisher, but anyway. But eventually, you look around. You see in the distance a group of people running. You see one of those giant toad running after them. And you have your first confirmation. Yep, that is the past. And he's not kidding. This place looks like a war zone. What do you do?
We need to find what people are left. Where they
You know,
are.
in case we have to make a getaway while that's happening, while you're doing that, Fisher, I'm gonna try to summon a phantom steed. It's a case.
I don't know as much if we need to find who's left. I think we know almost no one's left. Don't we just need to go directly to where the feather, we know the feather is?
Well, the feather is supposed to be at the bottom of a pit inside of the castle.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we know where the feather is. Not in the castle, it was in the side, but like, yeah, in the side part where we went as we left the castle. The escape
There were
tunnel.
escape tunnels.
Tunnels. Yeah, in the tunnels. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
as
we literally
all,
know where the feather is. We just need to get there.
But as all good escape tunnels, they start inside of the castle. Or in a building nearby.
I think it was specifically a building nearby because I remember watching the tower be destroyed as we entered the tunnel in the castle. At least the one that we went into before.
All right.
Let's
Takes a
head
little
there.
bit. Takes a little bit of time to get your bearing about where you should be inside of the city, but thanks to Remy, somewhere rattling inside of his brain, there's a map of the city.
I mean, I literally brought a book of tons of information about this area in one of my trips back. So
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Somewhere inside of your brain, you actually have a picture of the entire city, but you gave all of those books to the garden, but you looked at them first. So let's see. trying to make your way stealthily through the city.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stealth roll, please.
They'll throw. I assume we're casting Paths Without a Trace.
It's like, you best bet your ass.
All right, which means that those.
And I'll bet on that ass any day.
Yeah, because it's audience's ass.
I'm just saying that ass has survived some pretty tough trials.
26 for me.
Okay.
$27 for me.
Ooh.
Oh, right. Advantage.
Pass without a trace.
Okay, never mind.
It gives plus 10.
Oh, yeah, that's like it. Then I remembered I had advantage because I have boots. So that's going to be 44.
So you see Fisher and you see audience skillfully hiding in the streets so that not to attract attention. And there's a brief moment where you're looking at them and saying, I was this inexperienced first time we came here. Because you literally rolled a 26 on a stealth roll the first time you were in the city. But, you know, you've gotten better.
You know, the really funny part is that now that we've come back, it's like they... Just confirming this. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. It's like even at their stealth, yes, Raimi could still see them.
Well, it's more than enough to beat perception of nearly everything except the most experienced trackers they have. So you move from building to building quite easily. You avoid being seen by those monstrous toads. There's even a mind flayer that you see at one point, but you know, fortunately, Remy is moving in front of everyone and with a 40. You nearly bump into him and he doesn't even know what happened. You think it's just the wind. Must have been the wind. You manage to make your way to the inner court, near where the castle is, where all the nobles are supposed to be. It's obvious this place has taken less damage. It has taken... the outer walls have been breached in various places, but the moment you try and get in, an alarm sounds. And out of nowhere, 5 people just seems to materialize near where you are. Weapon drawn, trying to see what happened. See anything?
People?
Yep. They look human enough. One is even inside of one of those taller exoskeleton armor.
I'm still not going to interact with them because what we were told is that everyone was getting infected. And that also Now, we also know that literally we already got out the only life that mattered in the city of our current thing. No one else actually matters here anymore because they all are destined to die no matter what.
It sounds like they have like stopped us though.
Have they stopped us, or were they just
They know
went to
you're
see what
here
we
because you triggered an alarm by entering the inner court, but
Yeah.
it didn't reveal you. However, now you know that they're actively looking for you. Something triggered the alarm. They know something entered. So you see those people with spears and shields, this exoskeleton armor. See anything? No? What do you think triggered it? I don't know. Multiple points. Think they're trying something new? They're not that smart. Who's here?
I guess if they say they're trying something new, we might as well recruit these guys to come with us.
If we can.
Yeah. I mean, they'll know who we are. They're gonna have to check to see if we're. Well, they're gonna have to check to see if we're. Where's Terry right now? Is he out or not out?
I think he is out. Because he.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna
think-
continue to avoid them.
Yeah.
See the worm. Worship the worm.
Oz is also just gonna keep trying to move past them to the tunnels. With the stealth.
They're much harder. Not impossible. You rolled high enough. But there are a few moments where it really feels like they're just about to find you. Thankfully, Remy managed to add a little element of distraction. He's way too well hidden to even be seen. Even you right now, you sort of have to be confident that he's there because with a 40, even you are losing sight of him the moment he stops paying attention to what you're doing because he just saw something and then you just realize, oh, damn, that's right. I have to make sure that they can see me.
Like every time that you feel a light breeze over your ass cheeks, you know that Raimi is there.
I'm trying to find something that Terranad can say, but I can't. At least not something that I want to say on stream. Alright. You avoid them. They're, like I said, they know their stuff. They know where the breach is, and they know where you most likely came in and where you're trying to leave. So they follow you for a good 5 minutes. But eventually, they go back to the walls, and you just see them disappear. The exoskeleton suit seems to have a triggerable invisibility spell. He just disappears. You keep moving. There are more people here. You see people inside of buildings, watching outside. Doors are reinforced. There's signs of battle, tried forced entry. But maybe those huge manor can take many people. Maybe that's how they're holding up in smaller, more easily defended areas. Eventually, you reach where the entrance was before. Just as you're about to enter, you hear a voice coming from behind, but when you turn, it's obvious that the person can't see you. It looks human. Is that you? The time travelers? Not a lot of people want to go inside of those tunnels, so I'm hoping it's you. And it's not one of them that figured out a way to get in through there.
I'm gonna use divine sense, but not respond immediately.
It detects aberration, if I'm not mistaken. Or just evil.
It detects
It's fiend.
celestial, fiend, undead, not aberration.
Okay. And evil. Alright. It doesn't trigger anything for him. It's not the absence of being protected. It's not
So,
the... Yeah.
just side note, weren't you given a special one that at least would give a bit more information in that respect?
There's one that would make him, prevent him from committing any evil acts. Or he'd make a save against it.
So, he's not evil.
Sure, there's no reason. I can turn on that aura, too.
It's the absence of evil that you detect, the absence of corruption, of its mind being twisted and forced against his will. He is not evil. He doesn't have evil intent.
Okay.
And he's not an undead, a fiend, or a celestial.
Audience still doesn't respond.
He looks around, says, well, maybe I'm just talking to stones, but if it's you, I wouldn't go down that corridor. They've been watching it from the inside ever since the whole thing happened. The castle is theirs, and the tunnels goes through the castle at one point. You're just gonna fall into a trap.
Does he keep talking, or is that all he says?
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, because from the point of view of what you want to hear, it's good. But from the point of view of him possibly divulging this to someone he doesn't see, he's gonna get his ass chewed if someone ever learns about this, because he keeps on saying, All right. So if it's you, the leaders said that they have what you're looking for. They didn't tell us what it was, but they sent a team in right after, and they recovered a few things. There was a weapon, there was an armor, and there was a feather. I don't know which one you're looking for, but if it's one of those, then just find one of us and we'll take you to the leaders. Alright, well, I can't stay more. He waits maybe another 10 seconds and then he starts walking away. He rolled a 5 for good sense in what he's doing here. He literally failed. But it did give you information that you wanted. It's just that you have to admit that if it was an enemy, he just divulged something important.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk to him.
I feel like it was a little bit weird that he immediately, of all the people that could have been here visible, he guessed it was us. Something sets me off about that. I know I didn't sense evil, but it's still weird that he decided to divulge all that information and also tell specifically, assuming that it was us who had come back, of any single person it could have been.
Well, the other thing that the reason I think, because what he said matches up with what the bard said when I asked him specifically about the feather.
Oh, that the leaders had found it.
Yeah.
It's one of the theory, an exchange of service. You help them get the chalice, they give you the feather. It's not confirmation, but it's a theory of why you would agree to such a stupid thing like attacking head on a full caravan of aberration.
I think audience wouldn't go talk to him, but I would follow him to see if he goes back towards the leaders.
Remy, make a perception roll to see how well you can track him. Because we all know that if audience make a perception roll to track someone, he's gonna run into walls.
That will be 32.
Okay. You follow him for maybe a minute, and then he stops. He disappears, but Remy, thanks to your perception, he doesn't move. It's like he took back his guarding position. And from where he is, he can see the entrance to the tunnels.
If they're guarding this inner area, we've been in this castle multiple times. We know where they might keep the feather, the antiquaries. Could I roll an insight to see if I could kind of extrapolate that they were still probably holding the feather, the armor, that in the same, like, kind of if this is the only place that hasn't been taken yet, that they're still kind of holding those objects at the same artifact room we were in before.
Yes, you can roll, absolutely. The thing that I will say is that you've been told that they have formed a resistance, meaning that they have moved their headquarters in a place that is less obvious than the castle.
Okay.
But yes, you can absolutely roll to see if you can figure out where the...
I guess there'd be limited places, though. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. Doesn't take too long, but eventually you can sort of make your way to where that warehouse was, where Terry was held for nearly too long. Because this place is supposed to be warded, protected, but even so, it was even more protected inside. It takes a while, but when you arrive, the building is partially destroyed. If the magic is still active, there are some holes in the walls, meaning that it's not efficient. The city was bombarded. It's just that this inner court is less damaged. Enough that people are still taking refuge inside of smaller areas and are protecting themselves like this.
I think I'd put my arm on Fisher for a moment ago. Remy, can you go investigate? We'll hang back for a moment. See if there's a group in there or the objects we seek.
In which case, carry on with stealth. Might as well flip over his eye patch.
44 and invisible. That's always good. All right, make a perception roll to see if you find something inside of that building.
Wait, sorry, perception or investigation?
Both work. It depends on what you want to do. Investigation means that you're actively turning things around. It would break your 44 stealth. Perception will not break your 44 stealth, but it will not be as thorough.
I'll use perception for now, and if I want to dig someplace deeper, then I'll try an investigation.
Okay.
In which case, that will be 27, which is lower than my passive.
Damn.
The only reason why my passive is higher is because I have observant.
So yeah, Remy, you are slightly distracted. I mean, you remember the last time you were here. You're the only one who could get infected in the group. Fisher is immune. Audience is immune. You're not. Great. Let's go. I'm the one rummaging through rubble.
Well, on the bright side, my intelligence saves are probably like one of the higher ones.
If you get infected through a wound, it's constitution, I think.
My constitution's not bad either.
Okay. So,
look, except for strength, my saves are pretty good in most categories.
I can't create a new type of slot, you know?
A strength slot.
Yeah, one that infects you through strength, you know? It's an athletic roll. All right. So it takes a little bit of time. Because it's a good It's a good roll. You do find traces that would suggest that this place might be observed from afar. You think there's someone inside the room because something moved, but it's invisible if there's someone.
Do you have see invisibility?
Well, actually, we both have see invisibility. Remember, one of the spells in those medallions that we have, you can use it to cast see invisibility.
Yeah, you can cast. Yes, yeah, you can cast.
It is a revealing light. All right, so one of you casts see invisibility.
I wouldn't, because I'm not there yet. But if
it's like, I'll finagle with it, like inside my pocket to see, just in case someone is invisible in here, or they're just really good at hiding.
No, actually, you triggered a see invisibility, and see invisibility. Hold on. I just want to be sure before I say something stupid. Okay. That's what I thought. You turn around after doing the see invisibility thing, and you find yourself nose to nose with one of those exoskeleton armor that the guards have. But it is only partially there, meaning he's stealthed in the ethereal.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't go to the ethereal realm.
But there is one person wearing an exoskeleton armor that is watching over this place from the ethereal plane.
Well, that probably means this place is important, at least in some regard.
Raimi will transmit this information in the form of pictures.
I'll say, see if you can do a little more digging. Then, they wouldn't be watching it if there wasn't something here. If it was just an abandoned shed.
So then, I guess in which case, Raimi will do that investigation. It's like, though, is there a way to try to make it as subtle as possible so that the guard is unaware that someone is flitzing around?
Well, it's mixing stealth with investigation. All right. Let's go like this. You can make a stealth. I don't know if that works, but a stealth roll using your investigation modifier instead of pure stealth, because you're trying to rummage through rubble while stealthed. The only other option that I can give you is to do the both checks separately. First you do stealth, then you do investigation. If your investigation is higher than your stealth, that means you break your own stealth while investigating.
Like, well, the both of those numbers happen to be equal to each other. Because I have a +5 in both and expertise in both.
Okay.
Um,
Well then, let's hope you roll higher on stealth than investigation.
it's like, would I still be putting my pass without trace onto this, or are we excluding that?
I think you can take action without breaking it. So, yeah, I think it could still work. Yeah.
It's more of a question of being allowed to, as opposed to whether it's still active, because that bitch goes on for a bit. Pass without trace.
Yeah, no. That's why I said you can do things while it's active. So yeah, I would allow the modifier for
Okay.
the pass without trace.
In which case, that's gonna wind up being a total of. Jesus, really? I beat my last roll with 46.
All right, setting new records.
Like, the highest I can possibly roll if Pass Without Trace is active is 47.
So Remy, you are extremely careful. And what about your investigation?
As for investigation, that is going to be... Sorry, I forgot I was
Natural
rolling
20,
2
so
dice.
you break it.
That'll be hilarious. I don't think I actually can, even if I did roll a natural 20. That is gonna be 33.
Okay. Rummaging through the rubble of this place, you have a few moments where it feels like you're that close to being seen, but then you realize that you've got invisibility stacked on top of pass without a trace, stacked on top of good stealth, stacked on top of the other person only seeing you as a ghost. So,
And boots that make no noise. Just a whole lot of...
so you had that moment where you pushed on something and it just fell over and just, oh no, I've been seen. No, never mind. What am I talking about? Takes a little bit of time, but eventually, near where the armor is, you find something that's too clean. What that usually means is that this object is enchanted. It is a piece of rubble that you think even the audience would have difficulty pulling out. But it is conveniently within striking range of the armor. And no matter where you go, he never walks away far enough to not be in striking range. So you're guessing that this is a guard, and it's guarding that thing. Everything else looks plain and normal.
So, audience and Fisher, you get a picture of this rubble, but for some reason the animation looks a little bit different on a specific piece of it.
Okay.
You know, like in classic cartoons, like the thing that they can interact with, it looks different from the rest of the background.
Suddenly you see an arrow going over the piece of rubble and it turns into a hand and then go back to being an arrow.
I think with that information that the guy isn't leaving, audience is going to try and pull him out of the ethereal by walking up and basically not going directly to that, but with a performance check without stealth, pretending to just, and not giving away that Remy's already there, pretending to start looking around the thing to see if this guy will move away from the place where Remy is.
Okay.
I'll give you a performance roll to pretend to be like searching for something. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Okay, I'm gonna give this up. I'm just gonna roll on D&D Beyond. I can't see him. I can't see him.
You really need to ask your friend to add a light in this room.
Alright, that's a dirty 20 performance.
Okay. So, Remy, what you see? It's kind of slightly worrying, but you see audience arriving like a lost warrior, trying to go through the rubble, trying to find this object, or at least make it believable that he's trying to find something in there. The guy doesn't reappear. However, what you see, Remy, is the knight inside of his exoskeleton suit taking up this spear, which is easily twice the size of a spear. It looks like a glaive, but that even Core wouldn't be able to lift. And he points it toward audience. And as the more audience is getting closer, the more he's putting himself in a position where he could strike. To the point where if you say nothing, when audience is nearly next to the object, the blade of this machine, this exoskeleton suit, is now under his neck. And he's waiting, as if waiting for an order that he was given to only attack in specific situation. He's waiting for that specific situation.
It's like a snake. No.
Well, audience also wouldn't have purposely gotten close enough to the spot where the guy could strike him, because he knows where the spot is.
So, Remy, what do you say? What do you transmit, or do you still wait?
He transmits an exclamation point if he gets too close, and then like puts the image of a spear in his brain.
Mm-hmm.
Although incidentally, does it actually seem like this creature is like a looking at audience, or just responding to audience getting closer?
No, it looks like he's looking at him.
Yeah. Is this guy automaton, or is this guy like a human?
No, you can't be sure if it's a human, elf, or anything like this. But it's that these armor are exoskeleton suits. So it's just that it's a full armor. He's encased inside.
So maybe while he is keeping track of audience, it's like especially as like audience is moving away, Raymond would like to try to take the piece of rubble with Mage Hand. So that Raymond is standing nowhere near where the rubble is, but while his attention is drawn by audience, he's going to take advantage of that opportunity.
All right, so you grab the rubble with the mage hand in the hope of dislodging it.
Like hope anyway. It's
Okay.
like I don't know if it's dislodged or if it just needs to be manipulated.
Okay, so you're trying to activate it essentially.
It's like yeah, because otherwise, basically, if we try to do it with our own hands, we're gonna get stabbed. At the very least, if he does it discreetly, it's like then at least they'll be confused and not immediately, presumably, deal a shit ton of damage to the person who was standing there.
Yeah, placed the way he is, it's a guaranteed critical hit on audience. But when you
Yeah,
try
so
it,
instead of good.
when you try to touch the rubble and try to move it, there's a slight reaction. There is a sigil that appears on it. It's really complex with several glyphs on it. It's round, there are points. It feels like you've activated the combination lock of something, the combination lock being hidden. But immediately when you do so, the armor stops paying attention to audience and starts looking around. You hear something muffled coming from this. You don't know if it's the fact that it's in the ethereal plane or if there's some sort of scrambling when he talks. But it sounds weird. It sounds like no language you've ever heard in your entire life. And then you see in the ethereal 4 more armor materialize, but they're inside of the ethereal plane. And they all start looking around the rubble.
Communicates this to Fisher and audience.
Okay.
Do you still
With that
do-
sigil flared up, were you able to get any Arcana roll on it or anything?
You can.
Of like how to finish unlocking it?
You can. We'll finish here for the break on that roll if you want.
Okie doke.
Fisher, you saw the sigil flare up, so you could also make a roll.
I also saw it. Oh, okay, cool.
Like if we wanted to, I guess we could because we can technically look at the image at the same time.
36.
Maybe give someone advantage. What's your Arcana roll, Fisher?
Because I have expertise and Paranad is helping, it's a 21. It's plus 21. So I just rolled.
Then yeah, I can give you advantage. Plus, that probably works out better since you can figure out puzzles that Raimi has never seen before.
Keep the 15, so that's a 36.
36. You are sure, without a doubt, that this is some sort of anchoring point. This is meant to be a way to activate something. You would guess that this is probably, looking at the type of glyphs on it and how complex this is, you're guessing that this thing is meant to teleport someone inside of the ethereal plane, but far away from here. but the combination of that is way too complex. You'd need a few hours to just... Oh, that doesn't work. And that's if there are no traps on it. But that gives a weird clue. Maybe that's how they avoided being seen. Their headquarters for the resistance is hidden in the ethereal plane.
Huh. So effectively, this is the door.
A door.
A door. Yeah, I go.
Not to be confused
Yeah,
with
guys,
Hodor.
I don't think we're getting in without being led there.
Well, they'll let us in. You just need to put Terry away. They know who we are, so if you put Terry away,
Yeah.
I don't think they'll care.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, bud.
I understand.
All right.
All right.
Audience will go after Fisher puts him away. He'll go, all right. Enough games. We know there are four or five of you in the ethereal. 4 or 5? 5?
There was
5
1
now.
and he called 4, so
Yeah,
5.
5, yeah. We know there are 5 of you in the ethereal plane. You can come on out.
And we're going to go on the break with that. All right. The break. Still on the marsh. So. Hey, that's right. It's in here. It's in this realm that we use the marsh sound for the break for the first time. Isn't that cool? All right. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Bye.
Bye.
And we're back. We don't need the toads. We need a choir of Slod. Alright. So, last thing you did was reveal yourself, saying, alright, charade's over. We know you're there. You know we're here. It takes maybe 5 or 6 seconds. I don't know why 5 or 6 seconds. They seem to all look at one another for a brief moment. From your see invisibility spell, you see that one is communicating something, but it's completely muffled, scrambled. And then one of them materialized inside of the court, inside of the building. Are you the ones who've been trying to find ways inside of this court? We've been getting scattered reports of people trying to intrude.
Yes, you have something we want.
Don't we all have something someone wants?
The feather recovered from the escape tunnel. You're holding it.
You hear that less muffled, but it is completely garbled. now that you are visible, now that he is visible on the material plane, it becomes very obvious that it is some sort of scrambling, something that distorts the voice in a way that makes it completely unrecognizable. All right. Well then. If you really are them, he takes something that looks like a small marble and he gives it to you, audience. Swallow it.
And it explodes.
Oh, it explodes once he swallowed it. Stop giving out the ending. Come on. And swallow it. It's an egg from the enemy. If you really are what you say, what you're supposed to be, it's gonna die inside of you because you can't be infected by them.
That would be a waste of time and far less visible. Audience just pulls out his sword, cuts a line open in his arm, and sticks the egg inside.
Oh, jeez.
And then use lay on hand to close the wound.
No, I leave the wound open so they can see the egg die inside of it.
Like starts cooking like a fresh steak. Like get it while it's hot.
Cooking the egg with holy light. Damn. Heavenly smell. The egg tries to hatch. The creature, for a brief moment, moves on your arm. And then starts withering, shriveling, and dying. The guard says, "Oh, interesting. I've never seen that used like this before."
Also, holy shit, a holy avenger.
Most people have never seen a holy avenger, so
Holy shit, a really cool blade.
well, yeah, no. You hear the muffled sound of one of the armors, and you hear the garbled sound from the guard looking at you. All right, that's good enough. Swear on your God that your friends are all fine.
I swear on my God that my friends are all fine.
Oh, no lightning.
He waits for a brief moment. Okay, nothing gets smited. Good, good.
I mean, look, when you read enough of the Bible...
Right. Alright, wait here. Come on, it's the third time today that someone tries to sell viewers? Am I disinteresting for viewer sellers? Wait one moment, please. You see the lock on the stone starts to glow, and an opening form. Audience, it's gonna be a bit tighter of a fit. Well, for Fisher as well. For Remy, hey, it's a door exactly your size. Cool. Just
a Remy-shaped door.
it's about 5 foot, 5'1" doorway that opens. You hear the guard. It feels like he's laughing at you a little bit. And says, "Mind your head."
Hey, this is why it's good to be small. It's like I have to imagine like Fisher has to like kneel down, get sideways. Kind of like moving in your couch into a new apartment.
You all enter?
Yep.
Okay. You squeeze in the door. It feels like you are sucked in once you get in. There's this feeling that follows it. And then a few moments later, you find yourself in a very weird room. It feels like it's made out of magic stuff. You can't be sure what. You can see through the walls, and you're peering into the nothingness of between spaces, between dimensions. But there is an element of physicality. You feel the ground. You can see where the wall is. It's weird. It kind of feels
It's not
like
full of spiders.
it kind of feels like a half-finished demi-plane. But there's a lot more people in here. Of course, the moment you arrive in, you got 5 guards with spears that just are waiting for you as you arrive. The spear is an inch in front of your nose for each one of you. You hear a familiar voice. Well, probably more familiar for Fisher. And just slightly Remy. Because the audience didn't want to be there when that happened. It's the wizard of the castle. The one who helped bend reality so you could send people inside of the gem. Well. The time travelers have come back. So heroic of you.
Like, bitch, we built a whole civilization with your lost people.
He's not the queen. So, did you have a nice vacation somewhere in the future? Nice beach somewhere?
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, you look tanned. Where's that blood?
Just hanging out, fighting gods, preventing the end of the world again.
Oh, yeah, sure. And I'm the future king of Banor. Yeah.
No.
He looks at you, Remy. No. He looks at you, audience. He still hasn't mastered sarcasm, I see. Alright. Well, welcome into my humble kind of abode. A place where you can have almost anything you want, so long as you don't mind them being transparent. We have transparent food, transparent drinks, transparent entertainment for the soldiers.
Transparent governance.
You can see the outline, but it's sort of like, oh, I don't know if you know that one. The invisible jet of Wonder Woman.
Super Friends was one of the first cartoons I ever watched.
Well, okay, at least Remy knows what I'm talking about. So it's kind of weird like that. Everything is slightly transparent. Well, almost completely transparent. So, why exactly have you come to save us again? Every time you come, things go worse. What's next? The end of the world? Oh, no, sorry. That's what you're trying to prevent. Yeah. Well, what happened to all of you? You used to be so chatterbox.
We're here for the key you were able to recover.
The key? Which key? There are a lot of keys.
Sorry, key. Feather.
Why exactly do you want that feather?
It's important in the world. Our world, our time.
So that somebody else doesn't get it. So they can't complete a ritual.
Yeah. You do understand that this is the remain of a valued hero, right? A lot of people worship that feather. Gave them hope that maybe someday, for some reason, he'd come back. You hear a knight in the room say, "Oh, come on, let them have the stupid feather. It's not gonna give us anything right now." You hear an orc says, "Well, hope is always good, and this is giving hope to some people. And we need anything that helps." There's something weird about that orc. Remy, you're probably the first one to notice it. But after that, if I'm not mistaken, Fisher, you have a decent passive perception.
Yeah.
In your own minds, putting forth the idea anyway, just like a picture of the orc and then like a drawn in crayon word arrow pointing at the orc, sus.
There's a symbol on his weapon. You've seen this symbol before. in your own time. It's prominently engraved in Core's weapon.
Does this guy look like Core?
Make a perception roll.
Pretty 20.
I mean, mostly not, but it's sort of like watching someone and watching a photo of their grandparents and saying, hey, you know, you kind of look like your grandfather when he was young. It's kind of that feeling.
It's like there's only one way to figure it out. Ask him to cut your head off.
Right.
But we're just trying to get ahead of the game.
Huh.
So, what do you do? There are a lot of people in here. It's not just those three people. There are warriors, cleric, I keep saying cleric and priest instead of wizard and sorcerers. It is essentially a headquarter made from a demiplane, but too hastily made. On that corner, there are maps, and that corner, you think that people are sleeping. The door leading outside over there, you see armed people, people without weapons going in, and then with weapons coming out. So it's probably an armory. It's not just those three people, but they seem to be a bit more important than the rest.
So some people are armed, some people are armless.
Unfortunately,
Mhm.
there are some wounded over there. It feels like a triage zone.
What do we want for it?
Ugh. The orc looks at the knight. The knight says, well, 3 more people can't hurt. I mean, we've been trying to smuggle people out of the city, but even so, it's not going extremely well. They're converting people faster than we can get them out. We think that if we keep going, we might be able to get maybe 30% of the population out, considering how dangerous it's outside right now. Maybe somewhere between 15 and 20% of them might get to safety. You seem like capable people. I'm sure you could probably help bring that up. But, you know, you're never in here long enough to actually make a huge difference. The wizard says, well, I don't know, kind of, but yeah, also you're not wrong. The orc looks at all of you and says, all right, fine then. Well, if you're only here for a little while, maybe you can help us. We know that within the next few days, they're gonna try and bring in a artifact of some sort. We don't exactly know what it looks like or how it works, but they're gonna try and bring it here. We've been putting up too good of a resistance. You hear the knight says, "Oh, that's your way of looking at it, of course." As I've been saying, we've been putting up too good of a resistance. They decided to expedite things. So, we're gonna try and intercept that. I'm guessing they don't have a room full of those artifacts. And probably not an army of people who can actually use it. So if we can intercept it, it'll at least buy us more time to evacuate some people.
We'll help you, but we need the feather first.
The knight says, "Oh, how convenient. And what guarantees us that you're still going to be there by night's fall?" The wizard says, "Oh, well, I think that's probably something that I can arrange. The artifact's going to be here in 3 days, I think. Something like that. All right. Well, then, I'll put a lock on it. If you want to try and break that lock before the time expires, it's gonna hurt a lot, and you're gonna lose your object." As long as the lock holds, you won't be able to get it more than 100 feet away from one of us. And he points toward him, the knight, and the orc. How does that sound? That way, you get your object. We're sure you're gonna be here until you're useful, and if something go wrong, you die with us this time.
Works for me.
All right.
Just one more thing.
Yeah.
Can make it last longer. Not the, but not the radius part. Not the distance part, but just access part.
Yeah. The spell lasts 5 days if I cast it fully.
That's good.
All right. Then we have a deal. Make yourself comfortable. Look around. If there's anything you need, you're here for between 3 to 5 days. And he takes the feather away. You're muted.
I was gonna say, trips over a staff of the Archmagi, falls on top of a robe of the Archmagi.
All right.
It's like, man, who just leaves this stuff lying around?
It's everywhere. Just like someone keeps spitting it out. All right. So the object is magically locked. Once it's done, he hands it to you.
Just holding on to it.
Says, well, the headquarters are in the shape of a ball. 7th floor. But so long as one of us remains in the center, you have access to everything. It's not much, but it's everything that I could create in such short notice. I'm sure there's a corner somewhere that will force the spell to go to 101 feet. Just don't try and find them.
Who wants to hang on to
it? Here, guys, proximity bomb. Who wants it?
I mean, Raimi's been holding on to an orb with a bomb for the longest time.
Yeah. I feel like Raimi's the least likely to have something nicked off of him. All right, then. What do you want from us?
Be part of the attack on the enemy's caravan, the knight says. The goal is simple. Snatch it, destroy it, kill anyone who can use it. Whichever one you feel is best.
Take no prisoners, got it.
Exactly. Sounds like they're going to be bringing the big guns, though, so if you have ways to protect yourself against disintegration, I think that would be a perfect moment to use them.
How does he know what a gun is?
Disintegration,
yes. I feel like these guys have arcade guns. These guys have the closest things to guns that there have ever been in this world.
The arcane crossbow, essentially.
I'm just making fun of a typical time travel trope.
Yeah.
Just like a. It's like, but it's funnier because the past person is saying the more futuristic thing.
Yeah. What do you mean it's weird? It's exactly what's been happening every time they make a reboot of a series. Oh, suddenly the technology is greater in the movie than in the series.
Just so we're clear on objectives.
They're gonna be trying to bring this artifact through the main road directly to the castle because it sits at the center of our fair city. They're going to try and detonate it, use it, activate it, and it's going to mutate people, shower them with infected rain. I don't know exactly. The intelligence we've been able to gather is fragmented at best. Anything that is outside the city, we have a very limited ability to perceive. It's on its way here, and it would normally take us about 3 days to get from where we've heard it is to here.
It seems like something that is that magically powerful. Things that strong tend to have a strong reaction when destroyed.
The wizard says from a room, from a neighboring room, "You're not wrong if you use the wrong method. These things have ways to be destroyed. If you follow it, it's a gentle way of destroying it. But we don't have the luxury of being able to give that artifact to gnomes for 1,000 years. So we're going to use the aggressive method. Unless you have a good way of determining the lore of an object simply by looking at it."
Anymore.
Well, and legend lore is too expensive.
No. I already used that. And Toby's not anymore. How safe is this place?
Well,
Big thing goes boom.
the orc says, "There is no way to predict how this place is going to interact with a powerful magical wave expanding outward. We're essentially hovering maybe 10 feet off the ground in what used to be a small guard tower. But now it's not there anymore. So, one, if we phase back, we'll fall. Two, there is a chance that this space will simply cease to exist. And, you know, when something exists and something that's not supposed to exist, one of two things happen. It stops to exist or it's vomited out."
Or it's both at the same time, like a cat dying in a box.
But you're not sure, so you're wondering.
Alright. I look at the orc. You got kids?
That's a weird question.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Are they out?
Yeah. They actually
Good.
went out with the third group the day you disappeared. Actually, my grandson can barely walk. Told me when he left that once all of this settled, he'd make sure that the clan would name someone. First blade master the clan would produce, after me. Where do
Let me
those
guess,
kids
your
get those
name's
ideas?
Core.
You're not one of those weird person looking into the head of people, right?
No, no.
They
Yes.
can't wait
He's
for
an
his
asshole and I hate
coronation.
him, but he's also mildly responsible for saving the world multiple times. So,
Well,
congratulations.
it's not exactly an uncommon name, so it could be someone else. I guess the thing that would identify him above the others, I don't think there's actually a way to translate it word for word, but he promised that he would call that the first blade master would be called the blade and the master and the blade. Their name would mean warrior who can rend a mountain. Meaning the kid would be called Kor and the blade Tarash.
That sounds it. Core's told us the name of this blade, right?
Kor said the name of his blade.
Yeah. I was like,
He-
that sounds familiar.
He's
Yeah.
even said it very clearly before engaging.
It-
Now you know what his name means. A warrior who can split mountain.
I mean, that's just a Tuesday in Irish folklore. But
We gonna get to planning?
Oh, that's easy. They're going to be bring this up the main road. We plan on attacking them right as they're leaving the last gate. Why? Because it's still there. We can close it, make sure that they can't get reinforcement quickly. It'll give us a little bit of time, but that still means that everything that went first up to the caravan will still be
gonna
there.
Mhm.
And it's not going to be a very long delay. Maybe 5 minutes at most. So you need to do whatever you can in those 5 minutes to either kill anyone who can use this thing, snatch it, or destroy it.
Who's coming with us?
Every able warrior. We've got a few wizard there. A single surviving sorcerer. We even have a few cleric. The young lady over there is even one of your follower, Mr. Paladin.
I'll give a nod.
ooh,
It's
I'm
one.
not-
It's one of the original ones. You know, last time you were there was a bunch of priests that were completely smitten, taken in awe of you. She's one of them. When she looks into your direction, your eyes go really wide. And she just freezes there.
Keep a close eye on that one.
She looks human, tall, bubbly personality, very energetic.
All right. Remy, what do you think about finally putting that bomb to use? Lay it out in the road ahead of time.
Well, gotta eat it eventually.
And from what you know, it'll take care of most of the smaller slot.
Doesn't it do like it does like 10d10 or something?
12.
12.
12d12. 6 fire damage, 6 thunder damage.
Let's see. We want to rig this trigger. I was thinking to lead with like a cold glyph of warding, but if they got beholders with them, they might just turn that off. I'm trying to the beholder the cone, does it for something like a glyph of warding, does it just turn it off or does it dispel it? Like when the cone goes away, is it active again?
So, Fisher, there's a particular feature of like your wizard class that you haven't really taken full advantage of, or maybe you have, and I just haven't been aware. You do know that one of the Tasha's things that wizards got was being able to swap out one of their spells after a long rest. One of their cantrip spells after a long rest, right?
Oh, cantrip. Yes. Yes, I did. I wasn't thinking of that, but I was specifically thinking, partially because you mentioned we have all these wizards, and I figured one of them might have something.
But yeah, especially since we have a few days, I think at least one of us could probably make a scroll for the cantrip so that anybody we designate could just do it on command. But
I was thinking because we know where they're coming through, it would be easier to just set it as like a trap with a trigger. That way we won't have to hit it.
Okay, so that's what you mean for the glyph of warding.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking that way we don't have to shoot it to manually set it off. That way it would go off when they go over it. And we could kind of use that as a start of an ambush as opposed to somebody having to jump out and shoot it.
So it's like that works out okay too. What was the material component again?
Glyph of warding? No, not glyph. Glyph.
Glyph. Where are you at?
Glyph of warding.
Here we go.
Incense.
Powdered diamond worth 200 gold. Shit's expensive.
Amy will cry about it, but if you don't have enough powdered diamond, you can borrow from his.
I don't have powdered diamond.
Then you will see Raimi cry just a little bit, little tear. It's like, but he will give you an appropriately sized diamond for you to Crush. He just asked that you do it in a different room where he can't hear you doing it.
Oh shit! Wait, no, I do have. I do.
Ah, Remy, he breathes
'Cause
a
I
sigh
had.
of relief.
Yeah, I had. Right, because I got a bunch of it to cast non-detection with.
All right, yeah, I guess.
Um, so I could, but and I have, so I still have 375 worth of that. So you just use 200
And
of
so the
that.
day was
Diamond
saved
dust.
thanks to.
Yeah.
Crush diamond. Oh no, you meant the bomb. So
It hasn't saved
where
anyone yet.
where exactly do you want to place the bomb, or rather, when do you want it to explode?
Um, I think that would be. I think before we decide that, I want to get. 'Cause it sounds like it's gonna take a while for. It seems like this thing is slow moving.
Well, you
Uh,
don't know the size of it, but if it's being brought by a group of people, yeah, it's gonna be at a maximum of walking speed.
yeah.
So
Um,
30 feet for every 6 seconds.
I kind of want to try and get a layout of the caravan ahead of time, of like what its marching order is.
Well, they said that they know where it is today, which is why they can sort of determine where it is. It's really up to you. You got a way to cast clairvoyance, but do you want to take it out?
I do. Um, I don't, which is why I will ask all of the wizards.
Uh, guys, did we forget that Raimi also can cast clairvoyance?
We did. Hey, Raimi.
Mind you, we haven't been able to use it on account of the rush timeline. It's like,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's one of his known spells now.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
And you want to get us an eye on that caravan?
You are shown the map. And
Raimi
you do
gains
your
sight
best.
beyond sight.
You do your best to try and find us. So clairvoyance. Location
So yeah,
familiar to you.
basically, you could pick a location that is obvious, or one that you can see or have seen.
It's like within like a
Really,
mile.
the main disadvantage between it and Arcane Eye is that it can't move around.
Yeah.
Oh, and the sound sight thing, but that's honestly not that inconvenient.
No. You just need to see them arriving. All right. Okay, there is a little element of luck involved, but let's go. So, black or blue? Said there's a element of luck.
Well, Raimi is black, so
Okay. If black is higher, then you're lucky. Black is not higher. 15 and the blue was 20. You cast clairvoyance and it feels like you're late. They've already went past this point. You can make a tracking. It's
Dragon?
survival, I think.
Yeah, generally.
To try and analyze the tracks that you see. Could still give you a little bit of information.
Well, not one of my best skills, but that does remind me. I don't roll this one very often. I have to actually check to make sure I'm even if I'm proficient or not. Okay, nope, just a regular. Uh, uh, just 15.
Well, it's still decent. It's a pretty good normal roll. um, you have an impression that there's a lot moving. Maybe somewhere around 50 people moving with it, different size tracks. So you want to guess that it's possibly a decent number of those mutated toads and possibly half a dozen mind flayers. Now, unfortunately, beholders leave no tracks, but the wheels of the cart dig in deep, meaning that there's either the artifact is very heavy or there are people sitting on top of the cart, or the cart is transporting multiple things.
Remind me, like, how specific can the trigger be, Fisher?
Uh,
Because if we could possibly have it as specific as blow up when a cart rolls over it, that'd be great.
For glyph inscribe on surface, okay, you decide what triggers the glyph when you cast the spell. For glyphs inscribe on a surface, the most typical trigger includes touching or standing on the glyph, removing other object, covering the glyph, approaching within a certain. Okay. For glyph inscribe within an object, the most common trigger includes opening that object, approaching within a certain distance of the object, or seeing or reading the glyph. Once a glyph is triggered, the spell.
Go down one more
ends.
paragraph.
Sorry?
The next paragraph is
You can further refine the trigger so the spell activate only under certain circumstances or according to physical characteristic such as height or weight, creature kind, alignment. You can also set condition for creature that don't trigger the glyph, such as those who say a certain password.
So we could be about as specific as we need to be.
yeah.
You can ask for a 6'2" illithid with brown skin and missing one tentacle. It's probably not gonna blow up if you do say so that, but
yeah, I think we do just like the cart. Like as soon as the cart hits it. So I'm gonna assume you're gonna have, because we want to stop the cart too. and damage it if possible. And I'm gonna assume some of the mind flayers are probably on or around the cart.
So, Glyph of Warding is a spell that is low enough that even if it blows up, it probably won't be enough to trigger an explosion on the artifact. The bomb
Yeah, but
has a better chance, but still, he did say that short of disintegration, you're probably not going to be able to destroy the artifact. But 12d12 is considered very powerful as a spell, so you could be the responsible for the destruction of Banor if you wait for the artifact to be right above it. Maybe audience would be the best one to be able to give insight into what it looks like. In the sense that you have witnessed before people moving holy objects. Meaning that you have an idea of the formation people moving holy object will have.
Would that be a history, but with... Would that be a history check?
I'd give you a choice between history or religion. Yeah.
Same. 10.
Fortunately, he never thought about the idea of you moving an object, so you only partially paid attention to. The information that you have is light. Usually, they're gonna put the most important and capable people near the object, and the expendable ones, those who are meant to be there for absorbing someone attacking, on the outside. The object will usually be shielded in some way, either in a chest or through magical means. And the most prominent of all creature, protector, will be on top of the whole thing. And it will be symmetrical, meaning it's probably going to look like a lozenge. So with that, you might be able to guess that the toads are going to be on the outside. The mind flayers are going to be near the cart. Beholders, if there are any, will most likely be either on the cart or directly floating directly next to it. And the bard did say that there are rumors, or rather reports, of there being either a reflecting pool or a magical mirror through which you could see an aboleth. If there's that, it's definitely going to be on top. Which matches with what Remy saw. If there is a magical mirror on top of it, it significantly increases the weight of the cart. So, as well as if it's in a sturdy chest.
All right.
Yeah, I think we go for when the cart hits it. Because that should be centered on all the big dudes.
I agree.
All right. So, what's the trigger? The cart, the people on the cart, the object itself.
I think the trigger be the cart.
Okay.
Rolling over.
A cart with a mirror on top of it.
Well, here's the thing. Anyone want to make a Arcana? But
Not
I guess
20
we don't have
for
to be that
41.
specific, since how many carts are going to be going on?
no. It's just that
It's like it's like going out in your car in the middle of a hurricane to get some Wendy's from down the road. Who's doing that? Well, besides if you're from Florida.
well, then in that case, there's just going to be a whole ton of them. All rushing
just
to
a
Dairy
Thursday.
Queen to make sure that they
you
have it.
asked for an Arcana roll, so
I was
that
trying
was a
to
nat 20
figure
for a
out
41.
what role would be best to know a creature. A beast, it's nature, but a creature, an aberration.
just in case.
Just in case.
So, the role?
Is
Did we
Draken.
lose him?
I think we did. Oh,
Me?
no.
No.
No. There you are. All right. You just weren't.
It was really quiet on your end.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But what was the last thing you heard us say?
Yeah.
Like, before we started commenting on whether you were here or not?
Oh, I heard everything. I was waiting for the answer for how much did you roll?
Well, no, he did say the
Oh,
answer. That's
yeah.
what it was.
Yeah. That's why we were wondering.
Ah,
if
okay.
you heard me.
I missed the answer.
I got a nat 20 for a total of 41.
Okay. If the mirror, if you can truly see an aboleth through the mirror, then there's a good chance that it's actually not a mirror. It's a portal to the elemental plane of water, where the aboleth resides. It is a very specific signature. It is a portal to the elemental plane of water.
That's
If
how
it's
we'll
there.
get rid of all of the aberrations. We'll drown the world. Look, it worked. It worked in Noah's story.
Go back to the
Like a-
future and it's just water world.
All right. So,
We will purge the world of all the Nephilim.
I'm starting to feel like this plan is taking a lot longer than it's supposed to. So, what are you doing?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
like-
just...
Bomb,
I understand.
Glyph of warding, cart.
All right.
When it goes off, everybody's gonna blow
Jump in.
what's left up.
Okay.
We're gonna evenly space the casters in a circle around our ambush point so that a beholder's cone will have not be able to get everybody at the same time.
It's amazing how many D12s I have. 6, 7.
You
I
play
love
too many
rolling
barbarians.
D12s, and I think it's because they feel kind of like D20s. They're really nice to roll, but then at the same time,
They hurt a lot.
yeah, it's a bummer when you roll low on a D12.
I mean, it's one of the reasons why I like rolling 2d6s instead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
me too.
when we first started, I had a great axe, and I would always roll either like 10 or 3.
Which is slightly frustrating.
Yeah.
All right. Apparently, I have only 11 D12. That's annoying. Do I have one here?
mean, you could always just roll them 6 at a time.
Yeah. Would have been nice to just roll it and forget it. Aha! I got a D12.
I mean, hey, before I got more dice, like I had to re-roll like my D6s for sneak attack.
It's a good thing you got more dices. So, all right.
Are you fucking serious?
All right. So, this is how you plan the whole thing. I'm guessing that once everything has been prepared, Remy and you are gonna go set the bomb at the right place. Remy, because he can probably get there without anyone noticing, and you because you gotta cast the spell.
Yeah.
And it remains active for
Until dispelled.
until triggered. Okay. So, as soon as you're ready, you go place the bomb. Since you have 3 days, you can simply pick the best moment. The guards have been watching this for days now. They know exactly whatever patrol there is. So, I'll settle the whole thing simply by saying, Fisher, roll a stealth roll. And I'm pretty sure Remy will have activated Pass Without a Trace.
I have no reason not to.
So you won't.
Good roll. Good roll. That is a 35 with Pass Without a Trace.
Damn.
One less than what's physically possible for me.
I mean, should I be concerned, or should I just assume that not being able to roll lower than a 37 is fine?
Let me have this.
Well, no, your thing is impressive. Like you don't have features that specifically make it hard to roll low.
I don't know why. I just keep seeing Fisher doing the stealth thing and walking right by an enemy patrol and no one's detecting it. He turns toward Remy and says, "Good, aren't I?" And he gets Remy and Terranad saying at the same time, "Eh." Remy
For
just
what it's
makes the
worth,
movement.
Fisher.
Terranad gives the sound.
For what it's worth, like Raimi says it more with love than with annoyance.
Of course.
You know,
He will never
Terranad.
doubt that your swords hit hard.
All right. So, with ease, you get there, and you place the bomb in the middle of the path. Okay. Hopefully, this will be enough to take care of a sizable portion of the defense there. The blast hole is rather deep and large, so it will engulf most of the guards.
I'll have to tell Toby that we finally used the bomb.
I don't think he will like you because I'm not there.
Don't worry, he's recording it for so that he can see it and experience it later.
Maybe we should tell Tobiyashi to listen to the next episode. Well, I don't know. Because of the time we are right now, that moment might be next episode, so it'll be on YouTube. All right, so that's 10. That's 20. That's 30. That's 40. 50, 60. 1. 60. All right. So now I know how much damage that will do, because I don't want to have to roll it again. All right. The trap is set. Time moves forward. Is there anything you want to do in there? Talk to some people, organize the attack better with the troops, give insight on how this should probably go?
Yeah, I think we just coordinate with everybody and make sure.
In the event that some of these people might survive, Raby is going to start putting the symbol of his group on everybody's shit.
So it goes down in history.
I mean, the Silver Tongue Bard did ask to possibly try to leave some proof that we were there.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We don't know who's going to make it or like what stuff is going to make it, so
Yep.
might as well try to put it on as many things as we can. Well, at least I will be doing that.
Okay. And strategy. Right now, they are sort of only going to be positioned on the side. When it blows up, as soon as the explosion has died down, the warriors and the knight in exoskeleton suit are going to attack first to create a wall. The sorcerers and wizard are going to pile in to try and break through the enemy's line. And priests are going to be battlefield priests, so healing the injured. So right now, this is the plan. Do you want a different plan?
I mean, if the goal is to make sure that the cart doesn't try to move anywhere, I mean, at least to me, that sounds like good Wall of Force territory.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been moving slow enough. I don't know if they're going to be able to run off with the cart. Also, it sounds like we're closing a gate right behind them to kind of split off some of the...
Well, Tarinad will gladly tell you
Report.
that you're lacking your imagination. Your imagination is so lacking, it's difficult to figure out how you managed to survive this long. They are going to close the gate, but the enemies are going to try and move in through different breaches. If you put your wall on the closest breach in the wall, then it's going to take them more time to reach you. You might be able to buy yourself a few more minutes before they arrive.
Yeah, I think, yeah, cutting off more reinforcements would be a better use of Wall of Force than... Because, like, I don't think the cart's going to be going anywhere super fast once we attack it.
Once it blows up, there's a good chance that the cart will be gone.
At the very least, one of the wheels will probably not work.
Look, I'm
Uh,
accounting for like teleportation or
Yeah,
any number of things.
yeah,
No, there is
I'm just mostly just on the camp of we can use Wall of Force for something to our
yeah.
benefit.
Wall of Force is good spell. Use for something.
the whole point
Yeah,
here is that there's no way for you to simply hold your ground there. It's not a good idea. Either take it, run away with it, destroy it, kill those people who can actually use it, because it's just a matter of a few more minutes before crushing reinforcement arrives.
uh, yeah. I think if possible, audience, you should try and just yeet it somewhere
Okay.
with teleport.
Teleport. I don't actually have my helm attuned right now, but I could.
Well, we have a few days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you like really are desperate for attunement slots, I could.
I mean, I just would lose my rings. I'd lose one AC and one.
Okay, yeah, that is also what I would be losing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. So I guess I didn't realize you still had a ring of protection on.
Yeah,
I have it. I switch back and forth when I don't need the helm.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, that tracks. I was just surprised.
Hmm.
That ring continuing to pay dividends.
All right, so now there is a second goal. Football match to the chalice.
How close do you have to be? 10 feet? With the helm? Do you have to
Like
touch it
within, like teleport with it, or like.
to teleport it? Because you can teleport and a
Oh,
barge effect.
yeah. You have to be. Does not say. Oh, I'd have to look at the spell. The helm doesn't say. It's just the teleport spell.
I have my spell list open.
Yeah, within 10 feet or some single object. Yeah, 10 feet.
Okay. You got to get right up there.
Oh, that part will be easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even if you can't get there yourself for whatever reason, we do have access to stuff like vortex warp.
Yeah. I have access to both vortex warp and now dimension door.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
All right, so you have an emergency plan or a main plan?
I think that's main plan because then Bahamor doesn't blow up.
All right, so main plan is to for the three of
Use
you,
the chalice into space.
for the three of you, while everyone else is fighting. This is going to be interesting. For the three of you, while everyone else is fighting, it's going to be a football match to get to the chalice. Do you want to have more people in your team for that football match?
They're planning to like set up good old fashioned
Pincer attack.
fighting ranks wall. Are they thinking like just both ends of the street in front of and behind the cart?
Sides.
Sides. Okay. Um, how many do we have? Do we have enough to like fully encircle it? or would that make the lines too thin?
Hmm.
More importantly, we have enough time to teach them to play football.
There's about 100 of them in grand total. Presently, inside of this place, you can only see maybe 36 of them, but they're scattered all over the city. So in the next few days, they're going to be bringing them in. You got maybe 80 person and 20 of those exoskeleton knight armor.
Yeah, that might spread them too thin if they go.
You have about 10 cleric in grand total. 4 wizard, a single sorcerer. The rest are archers and guardsmen who survived and are helping as best they can.
We'll take Core's grandpappy.
He'll play football with us.
All right. Any battle medic? Because you're going to be playing football with slots. That's pretty wide shoulder. Yeah, if you want the audience to be your battlefield medic, that's fine. I'm just saying, you can always take a little bit more.
We'll take Core's. We'll take one of each. We'll take Core's grandpappy. We'll take a battle medic, and we'll take one of the wizards.
Okay.
Or we won't take one of the wizards. We will tell one of the wizards to focus on helping us from where he is farther behind us.
All right.
What are you talking about? I always thought wizards made great shields.
Yeah, they make great shield. They are not great shields. All right. And planning on taking Terry out for this football match? Long pass, Terry. Whee!
I mean, he did have a pretty good throwing arm in the wizard fight.
Yeah. The things I would be worried about. I don't think I'm super worried about any of the weird aberration stuff hitting him anymore because of how strong he is. Although there might be an aboleth there, which is...
Technically speaking, beholders are more dangerous than aboleths. Beholder have a higher CR rating than aboleths.
Yeah. But aboleth's whole thing is mind control, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is both interesting and terrible, because Terry has the best possibility to resist the aboleth. But if the aboleth wins, then you got Terry against you. Yay!
Yeah. I think Terry will be out. I think Terry will be in his shield guardian. I think.
All right, he joins the football team.
Yeah.
It's and I would say probably at least a distance away because of the beholders.
Yeah.
Because I'm at least assuming if they stare at his shield guardian, it will not move.
It's gonna stop. Yeah. Probably.
All right. All right.
Quick.
Yeah.
Mechanics thing. I'm assuming fog cloud would just disappear if a beholder looked at it, right? Because it's magical fog.
That's an interesting question.
They suppress the effect of the spell, but then once they're not looking at that particular area, it reappears.
Yeah, but we couldn't like blind the beholders with a fog cloud.
No.
No, yeah, okay.
If we want to blind the beholder, we got to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wanna
Big
make some
bag of
smoke bombs?
flour. And or a big sword.
Or a shiny shield.
Also.
Yeah. Audience, take your shield out. You're gonna be important for this. I think he fell asleep.
No, I'm here.
Okay. It's difficult to see the heavenly glow of the door behind you.
Well, that's because he's the one to say.
Well, I have more confidence in him than in the guy in charge of your country.
It's a really low bar.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He is an excellent strategist.
So,
Audience? I'd vote for audience. Well, Sam, anytime. But I'm not in the United States, so I don't. My vote don't count.
not yet.
Oh yeah, you want to go there?
Like, gonna replace your hockey. Well, no, I guess that's broader Canada. I'm not sure what the most popular sport in Quebec is. I was gonna say hockey and maple syrup, but I'm assuming Quebec has its own things.
Actually, here's the thing. I think
Hockey
that
and poutine.
hockey is Quebec and Canada is curling.
Curling.
But don't quote me on that. But maple syrup, you know, Quebec is responsible for 76% of the entire world production of maple syrup, so
Oh, shit.
Well, now it's gonna be apple pie, hot dogs, and alcoholism.
yeah.
I think they already
Also,
have
you
that.
have to. Also, you'll be forced to like American football.
No more this weird 3-down Canadian football.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. I don't care about the sport. I just care about someone trying to come over here and tell us we're no longer citizen of Quebec. Come on, man. Didn't turn out well in the last World War.
So, what if they told you you were no longer citizens of Canada?
Canada, I don't mind. Quebec, I do mind. All right, enough politics.
Anyway, I think we've mostly come to a plan, but we're not going to be able to execute it tonight on account of the current time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to crunch this really hard if we want to have time to finish the entire story in the next 2 episodes. So, the plan is set. All right, I'm gonna take it down. So you want Core's grandpa. You want a priest. And a wizard. Of course, Terry and Ogonak will be out. I wonder how good Ogonak's going to be for a football player. He's not that fast, but hey, he's got chile lag. He's going to throw exploding acorn. Alright. I will try and cater a spell list for both of those that reflects the need of the moment. Movement, resilience, and get the F out of there.
Yep.
Alright. The bomb is set, so it explodes when the cart is above it. Alright. Did I miss anything?
No, I think that's it.
Alright. I guess the only question is, are you going to be attacking from the front, the left, or the right?
Which sides are the spear exosuit guys coming in from?
They're going to try and squash it from the side.
They're on left and right.
Yeah.
Then I don't know about you guys, but I think it will probably be better to be in the front because at least the beholders will probably be looking to the sides.
Sideways, yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Alright, and you're attacking from the front. Alright. Everything will be ready because there's not a lot that you can do in the time that you have other than spying on people. I mean, audience, you got a priest that follows you like a puppy dog. Every time you look into her direction, she blushes. When you make a step forward toward her, she faints having something to do and suddenly loses the ability to create coherent phrases.
Audience has a little bit more to do right now than save the priest from the past.
She will even go as far as mumble, try to ask for the extreme privilege of being part of your team. And she waits for you with big eyes, puppy eyes, just...
I think audience.
Her hands are shaking while she's waiting for the answer.
I think audience, if she asked, would actually shake his head and he'd say, well, I appreciate and respect your ability and willingness to join us.
You don't hear the words, but you see her. You see her lips say, "Please."
Audience says this is a very close-knit timing mission, and we have not before worked together in this kind of endeavor, so I have to be able to work with... I'll point to these four, a team I've worked together with for years so that our timing is perfect so we don't mess this up so we're able to save your city. But I'm sure there will be another place for you.
She underlines that you ask for a priest to follow you.
I ask for a priest to follow the ways that I taught, not to follow me directly.
You are just a person on the field. She will treat you like any other wounded soldier. She will not focus just on you. Your friends are important, and she will keep them all alive for as long as they're able to run.
If she wishes to stay at the back and provide any aid in healing and support, she is welcome to do so.
But, you know me. You've seen me
Have we
before.
fought together though before? I don't think so.
No, you've only seen her. She's the representative of your religion.
Yeah.
You've seen her during preparation, but you've never fought alongside her. But she has survived up until here, though. She's more or less trying to use the fact that she's not a stranger. You said hi to her.
I guess what I will say here, I'll say, remember the teaching. Protect the common folk, protect those who are in need. I'll give her a smile and say, I don't think I'll be one of the ones in need in this fight.
You see her say she understands. It's okay. It's, you know, she'll do better, and next time it's probably going to be she'll probably be able to be on your team. And she says she understands.
Don't worry about doing better or being on my team. Worry about being the best you can be and doing what you can for the people under you. Teach them well. Make sure they are protected. Make sure they're safe. Build your family around yourself. Don't follow others looking for a place.
She says she understands, but Remy, you recognize the trembling chin of a person suppressing tears. She says she'll do better. You'll see. You will one day think she's a valued member of your team.
Okay. She's obviously not listening to me, and I don't have time.
She wants to be with her hero.
Yeah, and I'm telling her what she should do. But
You know what they say, don't meet your heroes.
yeah.
Do you actually say that to her?
No.
All right. She accepts. So she's not a. Oh no, that's right. You're attacking from the front. I was gonna say she was going to be on the other side of wherever you were attacking, but yeah, attacking from the front, so she can't be on the back. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, with this settled, time moves forward, and you spend a few days with those people. You see a mix of desperation and hope. The heroes who held the wall the first time, who brought in the queen, who put her to safety, who, according to legend, saved a handful of people. You give a little bit of hope. And during the next few days, you hear that some of the citizens outside are also feeling inspired. Sounds like there might be civilian trying to help you. Now, audience, you know that if civilian try to help you, it's going to end up in a bloodbath and infected people.
Yeah.
So the only question
Hopefully-
is, do you try and discourage them the same way you discourage your poor priests?
Thanks,
I will.
but no thanks.
Absolutely. If I had the chance. In fact, I'll give you a persuasion roll to dissuade them. That's
Sorry,
a
you
30.
didn't make the tea.
That's a 30 to tell them not to get involved.
Well, you know, with a 30, yeah, okay. You managed to spread the word that it would not be a good idea for people to interfere in this. There are too many variables, and the enemy might use that against you all, or simply just infect as many people as they can. Who knows? All right. So, the day of the bomb comes. It is strange because outside it feels like there's a celebration. The rebels bring you as close as they can. When you ask, they tell you that the Illithid have come up with a way to see through the ethereal. So, unfortunately, their most useful way of walking about in the city is not useful against them. So, they bring you all as close as you can. They give you a device. To you, it just looks a rock. It just looked like a rock with a glyph on it, but they tell you, and Fisher can confirm, it's heavily enchanted, and it's to bring you out of the ethereal. And they warn you that if you try and get too close to them, your head could explode. That's not an exaggeration.
Wonderful.
The aberration seems to be celebrating the arrival of this thing. And you see them all the way to the gate. Many of them have come out of wherever they're hiding and of their hunt. And they get close to the sides of the road, as if to witness a grand moment. Apparently holds some significance in their mind, this chalice. So, we're going to end today with the chalice coming in view. And you have your first moment of, shit, we didn't expect that one. The chalice is huge, made of solid stone. That thing is gonna weigh a ton. So when the bomb explodes, there's a good chance that everything around it's just gonna and the chalice is just gonna go. Okay. And you have that brief moment where you look at Fisher. I'm not sure both of us can actually lift it.
Well, we don't need to lift it.
No.
Well, wait. But how big? How big? When you say huge,
It is roughly 3 feet across and 2 feet high.
Okay.
Made of solid stone, very thick.
Yeah, that's fine.
When I say this thing probably weighs a ton, I'm probably not very far off.
yeah. We don't need to lift it. We just need to get close.
All right. And this is where we'll end today's episode. Whew, jeez. We got so much to do for next episode. Oh, wow. Okay. Try and get here as soon as you can. Don't worry, Fisher. I know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I am working
Yeah.
Monday, but I won't be working Wednesday next week.
Oh, that's good. That means we might actually be able to play just a little bit more. Should we need it. Alright. Oh, man. Good Lord. Good heavens. Holy flub course. Campfire. Alright. So, with this, it ends tonight's episode. So, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a pleasant, whatever part of the day it is, wherever you are in the world. Hope you found whatever it was you were looking for. If you want to help us, we got Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, a link below for donation. Only donate if you can afford it. And if not, well, simply spreading the word of the channel. It helps. I think that's everything I can possibly say. Like I said, see you again next week. If everything went well, there should only be last fight. I'm not gonna sleep a whole lot during the week, aren't I? So, for those of you who watch it on Wednesday, hopefully it's only the last fight remaining next episode. If not, well, I don't know how we're gonna end this, so we'll see. And of course, Friday if you're watching this on the rebroadcast. Alright, see you next week. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Good night.